Even without what we did to it, this record is an earth-shattering album. Pop music's first double record, Bob Dylan's most lyrical record, you know, the master of the lyric, and he really let loose on this one. So the challenge was, for us, was first to memorize it, to be able, the recitation of it was really intense, to get all those lyrics. It was like rehearsing for a play in which you had endless monologues. And you know, with Blonde on Blonde, you know, it coincided with a wave not only of outside artists making a kind of new Nashville in the recording industry, but also it created a climate in which Nashville artists could really go a lot further. With the opportunity to remake a Bob record, there's the singing that he utilizes on Blonde, and then there's, you know, 70 other characterizations of voice to pick from. So I certainly didn't feel like I needed to vocally perform Blonde on Blonde like he did, but I did borrow from all of the ranges of voices. You know, there's a little bit of all of my favorite, you know, Bob phrasing. And we played that song in Mobile, stuck inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. And I mean, it was like we were holding up a sign that said, "Go get a beer now, y'all." Because nobody in Mobile wanted to hear us play stuck inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. So we took that to heart, and we were actually doing a much more Blonde on Blonde kind of arrangement of the song. We picked an arrangement from Bob's, maybe 1974 record called Hard Rain, a live album from the Rolling Thunder Review. That version, which has a bit of a disco backbeat, that's the one that we went with. And I bet if we get another chance to crack Mobile with that number, they're gonna flip. Nothing was really sacred for us about tackling Blonde on Blonde. We didn't care if we changed time signatures, especially keys. But the two things that we knew we had to stick with entirely is the lyrics have to be verbatim, and then the sequence of it needs to be true too. You know, we've always been this old-time string band, and Blonde on Blonde, I feel like, has actually helped us to be a better rock band than ever before. You know, string band music was something that was like a loyalty oath we took when we were 18, like a blood pact. All right, we'll solve fiddles and banjos for the rest of our lives. And you know, it's like a tattoo you get when you're a kid, and then you're like, oh man, I still gotta wear that thing. You know, we want to rock, and you can rock pretty good with a fiddle and a banjo, as evidenced by our performance of Blonde on Blonde, because there's a lot of string band music on it. But we also really enjoyed playing this kind of bigger rock and roll, sort of folk rock sound.